is Tanisha Taysom. So to start off with, Gillette released an advertisement earlier this year about men and fighting that struck a lot of controversy. The ad was released in January, and they stated that they would not take the ad down because they wanted it to lead to discussion. This ad was not helpful because it offended many people, and they felt that the advertisement was saying that masculinity is toxic. Towards the end of January, many of the sources I found, that's when everyone was really posting about it. The advertisement came out on January 13th, and so it was about a 2-week deal that everyone was talking about it. And then the director came out and said that they were not going to take the ad down. The strategies that I'm using today are mortification and good intentions. I plan to use them together to apologize if it offended anyone, but also to tell people that even if it offended you, it was with good intention to support the Me Too movement as well as bullying and abuse. And many people just took it out of context, thinking that it was directed towards all men. So I'm going to go ahead and start my speech now. #MeToo. The Me Too movement was created back in 2006 to help survivors of sexual violence. On the website, it states, the Me Too movement supports survivors of sexual violence and their allies by connecting survivors to resources, offering community organizing resources, pursuing a Me Too policy platform, and gathering sexual violence researchers and research. After seeing the commercial I am talking about and the controversy that it brought, I started following them to see exactly what happened, and then after about a week, I lost track. But I recently researched it again to see exactly what ended up happening in the end. Me Too is something that is seen a lot on social media, especially when women and girls want to come out and talk about the struggles that they've had with sexual abuse or sexual violence. And many businesses and companies have also jumped on board to support this Me Too movement, to let girls know that they back them and that they are there for them. Some companies have a really good way of just nailing their advertisement on hitting the nail on the head, and then other companies sometimes miss it, and they have a tendency to stir up a lot of controversy. So today, let's talk about that one company that was in support of the #MeToo movement, as well as abuse and bullying, but ended up stirring controversy in the end. So in January of this year, Gillette, a popular razor company, rolled out a 1-minute and 48-second advertisement showing boys arguing, punching, hitting, and fighting. All while, and in one scene, there were fathers saying, "Boys will be boys." While the voiceover says, "Is this the best a man can get? Is it? We can't hide from it. It's been going on far too long. We can't laugh it off, making the same old excuses, but something finally changed, and there will be no going back, because we believe in the best in men. To say the right thing, to act the right way, some already are, in ways big and small, but some is not enough, because the boys watching today will be the men of tomorrow." It also shows the men being degrading towards women, but towards the end of the video, the men start doing the right thing, and another man will stand up for the woman. Or instead of bullying each other, the little boys are introducing each other so they have friends. And in the scene from the beginning, one of the fathers actually goes in and breaks up the fight. While some people support this commercial, it also struck up a lot of controversy. Many men were outraged, saying that they were proud of who they were and they didn't need to be a better version of themselves, while others were saying, "There's no such way, masculinity is toxic." Even with all the controversy, the company had no intentions of taking it down. Pinka Bala, Gillette's North American brand director, told CNN Business, quote, "We expect debate. Actually, a discussion is necessary. If we don't discuss and don't talk about it, I don't think real change will happen," end quote. While it was easy to agree with his statement, he could have approached the issue a little bit more politically correct and addressed the people's concerns. He could have added, "We're sorry if this advertisement offended anyone. It was within the best intentions not to offend anyone, but to support the Me Too movement and say that we stand with them." And while the film also brought out the light of bullying and abuse. We didn't mean to tell anyone that being a man was a bad thing or that masculinity was toxic. We simply wanted to support the people that deal with abuse, bullying, and sexual abuse and say that we as people can do something about it. This would have made things a little bit more smooth sailing for Gillette. So today I explain the crisis with the recently released Gillette ad that struck a lot of controversy with men. While it struck a lot of controversy, they didn't mean to offend anyone. They just wanted to show their support with the hashtag #MeToo movement, as well as victims of abuse and bullying, and strive for people to stand up and be better people.